Do-do-do. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. And welcome to You Don't Even Know. I'm Justin Brainerd.
I am
Josiah
Brainerd. And I am Josiah Brainerd. Yep, that's how this one's starting. Starting off interrupting each other.
Yeah. Excellent.
Might as well. I mean, you just got to go for it sometimes. Right. And I figured usually I wait for last, but today I'm going first.
Yep.
And then I went second.
And you went third, second.
And here we are. So, episode 41.
41.
We're on 41, guys.
Yeah. Over the hill.
Over the hill. Almost to the second chapter. So we're in another temporary studio. We've been in this temporary studio before. It looked a little different. Our permanent studio is almost complete.
Yes, it is. Our it's not fully operational yet.
It's under minor repair.
Yes,
minor
but it does
construction.
It does have it's protected by a shield emanating from the planet Endor right now. But soon and very soon, we are going to have a studio.
Yep. But is it just still full of your stuff?
Yes.
Because your house is empty of your stuff.
When I moved in and I had all of my possessions in my garage, I thought, this is the fullest this garage will ever be. And now that we're redoing the floor and everything has to be out of the house and not just some things have to be out of the house.
You just redo the floor like room at a time.
You'd think so. But unfortunately, when they want to grind everything down, so we're doing concrete floors.
Are you really?
Because
I thought you're really doing concrete floors.
Because I went to live in a Chipotle.
I thought you weren't doing that.
Well, what happened was somebody quoted us like way more than tile floors, and this guy quoted us less than a tile floor.
Because it makes sense because you're not adding anything. Physical,
you don't have to do.
You're just like
anything,
smoothing it and like sealing it.
Yeah. But so they actually opened up the concrete floor today, and it looks like it's worse than like the street.
Okay. You're comparing your house to asphalt.
Yeah, no. Like the concrete that was underneath the house, the wood is literally worse than asphalt on the street, on the freeway.
So there's going to be a bit of grinding.
It's so bad. There's like grooves. It looks like a airport runway. And there's like a little hole where it looks like a pipe would go in, a round little hole that dips down next to the door.
Oh, that's to hold up the chimney.
But it's not near the chimney.
No, there's a big cable coming across that holds up the chimney. That there will be like a couple holes in the cement that they bolt the chimney up to. It's
so bad that you say, all they're going to do is seal this thing, but it's now covered in epoxy from the terrible linoleum floor that was there in the kitchen. Everything underneath, it's all the unmentionables of your floor that you never see.
Everyone else's floor before you.
And then he's pointing at it. He's like, see this right here? This is black mold. That'll kill you. Got to grind that. Got to make sure that goes away. So
that's good.
All he's doing, he's just uncovered, like right underneath the bed. Somebody just spilled a milkshake, 30 years ago, and it just sat there and fermented and seeped into the ground.
Slowly killing you guys.
Yeah. It's probably taken about a decade off my life. I'll live to 40 and lights out. But so everything is all the rooms are empty, all the carpets out, so it looks
where are you sleeping? Yeah, where are you right now?
I am sleeping in an Airbnb for the first night.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Which night is that? Is that tonight? Oh, nice.
And so the Airbnb we're staying at was a condo we looked at and didn't want when we were house hunting.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
And then a foreign investment firm has bought this, and now they're managing the Airbnb.
Is it better now?
For $100 a night.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms are in it?
3.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
And it's about 30 seconds from my kid's school. Like, it's closer than they've ever been. I mean, you couldn't ask for better.
Are they walking there?
Yes, they have to. They're gonna get out there.
Nice.
I'm not driving them when it's like
a stone's
500 feet.
It would take me longer to drive you.
Yeah, to get out of the parking lot and go around the corner. But we got everything gutted. So everything that all of the couches are just on the patio underneath a tarp. But I was like, I kind of pinched my back a little bit, moving the things because as one does. I tried to move the couch because because we're all getting older. I was standing up one day, and when you stand up, you put your feet firm on the ground, right? Your butt's on the ground. What? And then I put my knees in the air.
Wait, so you're standing up from the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting on the ground.
Yep.
Butt on the ground, knees up. And then I put my feet on either side of my butt.
Yeah.
So that my knee went to an obtuse angle.
Sure.
And I had the most horrifying pain in my right knee. And that's when I knew I was an old man. So now when I went to lift the couch, my knee just kind of said, nope, and laughed at me and pointed to the rest of my body.
Remember this?
Yeah. So I was like, the legs aren't working. So I tried the next thing on my body. So I lift with my back in a twisting, jerking motion. And my back felt like a horrifying pain there. And my face contorted. And my wife says, "Are you okay?" "No. Move the couch right now.
Just keep moving.
Go. So I run to the inverter. And I'm like hanging there like, oh, what have I done? I'm paralyzed. Oh, dear. I'm actually old right now. In this moment. This is old.
When it happened.
Yeah. Today.
I've felt those moments when you just instantly put like 10 years on your life.
Like, I can't move now. So I go out there again. I go to like see the house and everything, all the torn up floor. And then I'm like, I'm going to use the inverter again. So I get it out from underneath the tarp. And I hang upside down on the patio, right? I'm like, this is genius because I get to have healing, soothing vibes from this inverter. I get off of the inverter that was on the outside patio that now all of my worldly possessions are on. And apparently one of the 500,000 black widows that we have seen all over our patio at night was on the footrest of the inverter, and I angered it by riding, and my left foot is now covered in about 16 spider bites.
No, it's not.
Yeah, like I have, like on the front here, look. There,
oh my gosh.
There's one here, there's one on the side, there's one here, there's one on my toe.
Did you see it?
I took out my foot, and I'm like, I'm really itchy. My whole foot has 16 spider bites all over it.
Are you sure it was a black widow? You should go to the doctor if it's a black widow.
So I've been a little dizzy. So what I did was I doubled up. I had 4 cups of coffee today.
Good.
Yeah, because I felt a little woozy, little winded for some reason. No idea why. Totally unrelated.
Yep.
It was Monday. So
probably
that's
just
why.
A bad case of the Mondays.
It's a Monday. So I put the inverter back, and I was like, that's a very odd sensation. I got a little bit more of a rush from the inversion that time, and I'm probably going to go to the hospital tomorrow. And that's what happened to me. I survived.
Well, I've had an eventful.
Couple
of weeks.
You're going to go tomorrow to the hospital. Decided I went today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my last couple of weeks have just been a blast. I've had. Let's see. Since last time we recorded, my youngest son has been sick with a cold. He's like less than 2 months old, and he's had a cold, so that's been fun.
Sniffles.
He's had the sniffles and the coughs.
Out of those 2 weeks, how many days has he not been sick?
I don't even know. None. I think he's been sick pretty much the whole time now.
Just straight.
Yeah. I think he's pretty much over it as of like yesterday. But
now you have it.
And then just at the beginning of this last week, my older son Josiah decided to get the throw-ups. And I went in there in the morning when he woke up, and he was like coughing and stuff.
Did he have a pond of throw up on the bed with him?
I was like, "Oh, hey, are you okay?" And he's like, No, Saya has a bad cough. And I was like...
He told you no?
He told me no, Saya has a bad cough. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he starts coughing again. And then the special cough happens. And for you dads out there, you know what I'm talking about when I say the special cough. It's just like a regular cough, but very different, and it's immediately followed by lots of throw up.
Sorry. Is he sitting down, or are you hiding him?
He was still in his bed, sitting down, and it just got all over his sheets and his blankie and all of his things. So then you
have a pond of throw up now.
Yeah, now I got to take care of that for... he basically threw up for that morning and then stopped throwing up and just was really in recovery for the rest of that day. And then, he got over that and was better for about a day. And then got a really bad fever a couple days after that. And then, he had a fever of 102 for 2 days. He was
oh, jeez,
super bad for a couple days. So I was awake pretty much every couple hours, checking his temperature and making sure he was loaded up with ibuprofen so he wasn't, getting too high. And then I decided that it was my turn to be sick. And, I woke up on early Sunday morning at, whenever, 3 a.m. or something with, I would call them stomach pains. Which
at what level?
Well, when
the chart in the medical office where it's a bunch of smiley faces.
Well, you wake up and you're like, I have to go make bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Like when your bathroom wakes you up.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So I immediately stood up and walked towards the bathroom and sat down and began the process of having very painful diarrhea, which is not the first time of my life that's happened. So that wasn't very foreign to me. And it lasted for, a good while. And then I was done and I thought I was okay. Because that's usually how it works. You go, you do your painful diarrhea, and then you're all done.
It's just as weekly routine.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. You just have painful diarrhea, doesn't everyone? And then I decided to go to the bathroom again to do the follow-up bathroom.
You thought this is just going to be a pee-pee?
This is just a little pee-pee, maybe a little bit more diarrhea, no problem.
Yeah, it's the kind of the final,
And then, I did a lot of farts and what sounded like some more diarrhea, and then I look in the toilet, and it's just some red in there. I was like, well, that's...
What'd you eat?
See, this new red color in the toilet right now, this is not what I expected.
You ate yams and radishes?
No, just,
cranberry juice.
Nothing red. It was blood in the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that's what I've been dealing with. It hasn't happened in 12 hours. So, I think I'm getting better. I'm on the mend. Went to the doctor today. They told me I should probably go have a colonoscopy. So, that was a good step forward in life. Felt like an old man. I was like, oh, yeah, that's what old man go and get sometimes.
Yeah.
So that'll add about 10 years to my life
good.
when I have to do that.
I'm glad that 30 is the new 40 around here.
30 is the new 40. Welcome to 40, everyone.
Yeah, now the pharmacists know my name.
Oh, yeah?
When I walk up, I'm like,
they're like, hey, Jordan.
Here to get my
Jordan.
prescription refilled.
Yeah. They're like, hey. I'm like, hey, Ryan. He's like, hey, Jordan. I'm like, hey. He's like, here you go. And I'm like, thanks. Bye.
You still walk up? You don't just do the drive-through pharmacy?
There's no drive-through on this one.
Oh, you should go somewhere with a drive-through farm. That's the way to go.
Okay.
It's the way to go. It's the way of the future.
I mean, you got to figure, there's no way we have an opioid crisis if everybody has to wait in line.
Right.
It's true. You just roll up to the window,
hey,
and they say, hey, Jordan, hey, Ryan, and then hand you your drugs, and you keep driving.
The dude bro behind the counter tosses you your OxyContin, and off you go.
Oh, gosh, I'm not on that.
And then now my baby everyone's all better. I'm on the mend. Got some antibiotics in me.
Nice.
Feeling pretty medium. So
we're glad you're here.
So yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're all here.
Yep, we're all here.
I'm excited to go to my Airbnb.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
They have faux timber beams on the ceiling. I'm excited to see this.
Justin's a new timber expert.
This house with their clear, ultra modern dinner table chairs.
Nice.
They have a glass dinner table and then clear chairs.
Like the clear plastic chairs.
Yeah.
I feel like Justin's gonna be walking through the house at night to be like nice and not
just blam!
yeah, just walk in. Ow!
What happened? I kicked everything.
I clicked all the clear stuff is broken.
Yeah, everything is transparent.
Yes. I clicked it across the room.
Yep. Just doing some clicking.
Yeah, it's like watching an NPC walk through a room in Oblivion. Like, where are you going?
Speaking of
just in the
NPCs walking, you know what drives me nuts in video games?
NPCs?
No. When you have to do like a quest where you have to follow an NPC like from one town to another,
Yeah.
and they
Protection quests.
walk faster than your walk speed and slower than your run speed.
Yeah.
So you have to like run a little bit and then walk a little. I'm
Yeah.
just like, no, do one of my 2 speeds.
It's just switch from it. But they always do this medium like sprint.
Yeah, it's like this medium sprint the whole way there.
Well, no.
drives me nuts.
Here's why. Here's why they
Nope.
do that.
No, it's dumb.
This is why that's acceptable.
It's dumb.
If they ran.
No,
at
I want them
your
to
run
walk
speed,
at my walk speed so I could just hold down the trigger and just walk.
If they walked at your run speed and then you got a little bit behind, you'd never catch up because they're ahead and now you.
Well, they could be a little smarter and wait for you and stop running.
No,
But-
they just go at one the whole way there.
No, it's dumb.
They don't even
Anyway,
pause.
that's a huge tangent that nobody cares about. 'Cause
Okay.
everybody that listens to this show doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so on Fortnite.
So a Fortnite is a video game that doesn't have NPCs.
Okay.
And so in a battle royale game,
Last time
yeah,
we talked about
blah,
new iPhones and
and new.
Well, what's your personal update, Jordan?
oh
Do you have a personnel update?
yeah, my heart's good.
Your heart's good.
Yeah, my medication sucks, but my heart's good.
That's good.
Yep, that's all. I went to the doctor.
Maybe the reason I've had these digestive problems is because of what you made me eat last time.
There is a correlation between you feeding Josiah
That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that until right now.
Maybe
duck placenta.
duck placenta has caused me.
Yeah, it turned his stomach.
Decent food was so foreign to Josiah's bowel
Oh,
tract.
you know what it might have been?
The
Jordan?
salad he ate.
Yes. Have you eaten a salad recently?
Yeah.
Did your body reject?
I
a
actually
salad?
did the day before.
The
No,
day
you didn't.
before, and it immediately.
Yeah, we went to Costco
Yeah,
and I got a chicken Caesar salad from Costco.
and
Yep,
look what
that's it.
happened. Look what happened.
lesson to everyone:
Your body felt
no more
unpure.
salad. Yeah,
don't bother.
your body was just writing
salads
itself.
give you diarrhea.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Diarrhea.
Is that when
Quote.
it's blood? Is it diarrhea?
Yeah. There you go. Top tip.
Top tip.
Salads give you ah.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
Sorry for my lack of update, but yeah, I went to the doctor today.
Oh my gosh, Justin, get off your phone.
Can't
Sorry,
control
ringer's off now.
throw it across the
I'm
room.
gonna lose it.
You guys are on your computers.
I'm
I'm
I
doing
haven't
things for the
touched it.
show.
It's recording. Okay. Okay.
That's not the point.
Tim Cook, can you intro our iPhone update?
That's you, Justin.
So we here at Apple believe that phones are the only device that matters. And that was the iPhone event.
Wait. Now talk about the giant phone.
So we all walk into this event. Everybody who sat down, because leaks had all kind of come, but we're never sure. We sat down and we're like, they really need to release that new Mac Pro, and we could use a new Mac Mini, and we could
The Mac Mini sucks.
Nobody was expecting any of that.
So
It was the iPhone event. Anybody that knows anything knew it was only going to be iPhones.
So and then my personal vote was for them to release an A12 Bionic powered NUC or Raspberry Pi and just call it the Apple Pie.
That's funny.
That would be like absolutely legit to have.
Did you
them.
make that up or did you see that somewhere?
I didn't see that somewhere.
That's pretty good.
So
I enjoy that a lot.
I want the apple pie. And it's just the phone chip, no battery.
Yeah.
It's their A12 Bionic processor and then an Ethernet port and a USB-C.
Yeah.
Can it have HDMI on it too?
And then instead of running what's the stupid OS that runs on the Apple or Raspberry Pi?
it doesn't come with one. You have to install an OS on
What's it called? It's some cake or something.
it. Raspberry Pi is just like a naked computer that you buy and then you install something on.
But what's one of their OSs called? It's,
Raspbian?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew it was some
that's
fruit.
fine.
You're probably thinking of like the Android OSs that's like Kit Kat and Marshmallow. And,
Oh yeah, that too.
I just think I think that would be like their new Mini is just give us your apple pie, and then the Mac Mini is now the Apple Seed that you could stack up with Legos to make the Mac Pro. Like you could grow up the little like Lego parts of your Mac tree.
Has two USB-Cs and the more
just
apple
clack,
pies.
clack, 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 clack.
And
you just stack up your Mac
No,
Seeds.
Justin, but you can't think it would actually be like a square, like a usable shape.
Yeah.
It would actually be a pie shape.
Oh yeah.
And then they would sell you the tin as an accessory, so you could link them all together. The tin's $1,000.
People have actually done that with Raspberry Pis. They've actually
made a RAID array of Raspberry Pis.
effectively, a RAID is the wrong term.
But they've done the same thing with Mac Minis, is you would chain a whole bunch of them together, and there's been like a server rack that's filled with Mac Minis
Nice.
that are all processing in tandem or sequentially or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool when they took like 48 Raspberry Pis.
I love that.
Hooked them all together, and
I made the equivalent of one decent laptop.
So I walked in. I'm expecting them to give us some kind of hardware update.
I haven't seen it at all.
Okay,
I've
so
been waiting for you guys.
all I had to do the whole day was pull things out of envelopes and then take the paper out and just sort alphabetically. So I'm just mindlessly
With headphones on.
Letter opener, pull the thing, clack, pull the thing, clack.
Not even looking.
No. I'm just like, because if you don't have something to focus on, this is the most boring, repetitive task in the world. And my brain is so fantastical that if I have to just pay attention to pulling, I'm going to be able to pay attention to this for like 14 seconds, and then I'm going to walk out of the room and go get snacks and coffee. Like, this is it. So I'm like, let's turn on.
Justin.
No, because Tim Cook is a in real time like CEO ASMR. Like if you actually did that, this is like pro tier ASMR. He is the most well paid, well compensated asthmatist on the planet. So
In the board meetings, everyone's just kind of like, keep going.
I'm like, come on.
Going.
Come on, do it, Timmy. Give me something doggone decent. I want some like creative level hardware here. And then he starts in on the phone. I'm like, this is not going a great direction. And then he's like, look, slimmer bezels. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. AKG. Okay, so that means old people care about the phone, not just 17-year-old girls. Okay.
What's AKG, the microphone brand?
No, EKG.
Oh, EKG on the watch.
oh,
Yeah.
You're talking about the watch.
Yeah,
You
the
said
watch.
the phone. He
Yeah.
starts
Oh.
in on the watch.
Sorry, he started with the watch.
It has an EKG built in?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
I
it's
should get
actually
it.
the FDA approval for the watch for the EKG
Yeah.
was the ink from that signing from the FDA signed it the day before.
Who paid them out?
I don't know, but you could bet they just sat there with like money and they just kept like,
Like
How much?
stacking on?
yeah, we'll just keep going. How
Yeah.
many? How much is it going to
We
take?
need you guys to be on board.
Because it's kind of wonky, and like Gen 1, and the FDA is like, I don't really care, and it kind of sucks a little bit. And they're like, no, the keynote's tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, we need your approval to say that we are FDA approved.
Yeah. So they squeeze. That was a squeaker, and
The funny thing is that it's not a food or a drug.
but it's like a medical
It's like
device.
a medical device.
They approve medical devices too?
Well, if you want, it's something that goes like it like touches you, and
I didn't think they had to approve like different medical devices.
So
well,
apparently,
they don't have to like approve it to be a thing.
just its efficacy was approved by the
It's
FDA.
like they're- yeah,
FDA.
the FDA is like, this is a good thing.
Okay.
They
Like,
give
this
it like
is
their
effective.
stamp of approval.
Okay. But not
It's like
like
the-
the approved.
But
to
the way
use
it works is they have the one sensor that touches your wrist, and then you touch the digital crown with your other hand.
Wait, digital crown? Is it different or is it still a wheel?
It's still a wheel.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It actually does haptic feedback now, so as you're turning it, it's like tapping you a little bit.
Okay.
Which is a lot better because
Which they could do on any of the watches
Yeah,
like now, but they choose
it's
not
just
to.
the sensors in it actually pick up the movement a lot better now.
Yeah, that's good.
So you put your right finger on that and then hit start, and it sends a pulse through your wrist and to your other finger and
Yeah.
does the circle past your heart and tells you if your heart's good or not.
I'm very worried.
if you tap twice on the dial, it will actually go all the way around and restart your heart.
Nice.
If your watch will actually just deplete its entire battery.
That'd be sick.
And
it's
just go like
it's like Iron Man's thing.
Yeah. It's your
The
little
screen
arc
pops
reactor.
off. Yeah.
The arc reactor comes on the screen. I'll save you. No, it's the robot from Iron Man.
Yeah.
That tipped it off onto the counter.
Yeah.
You've saved me, stupid robot. Your watch saved your life.
I'm very worried about the watch because I have one and it's very helpful for monitoring my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at that green light every once in a while and I was like, this just looks like kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm looking down, I'm like, it just looks like it's pouring radiation into my body to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I mean, how much Wi-Fi and radio signals are going through your body already?
I know, but it's not like a direct like.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have wrist cancer.
Yeah, we're all gonna have it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but how many of us sit on our phone? I mean,
I don't.
Oh,
I sleep on top of my
just me?
phone.
I did last night, and
On
I
top
wake
of
up
a
and it was
wireless
like,
charger.
It stuck to my back, and I was like, "Oh, geez, hope the Bluetooth wasn't on."
your back's glowing when you take a.
And they've upgraded
That's normal.
the ability for it to like background track your heart rate to see if you're, because right now the current Series 3 tracks if you have like too high of a heart rate
Yeah,
at bad times, and it'll alert you like, hey, your
Yeah,
heart
yeah.
rate's high.
it doesn't do that though.
Well, it will if it thinks it's high at a wrong time.
Oh, okay.
It'll alert you.
When you're
And-
not walking, when you're just like sitting.
Yeah, when
there.
you're just like sitting still and all of a sudden your heart rate spikes, it'll alert you. And the new one will alert you if it gets too low and if it notices irregular beats.
Yeah.
Oh, you should get that watch, Jordan,
I
because
know.
it's just going to sit there like hapticking at you.
Like, hey,
Hey, your phone. Your heart's messed up. This is your watch. This is your watch.
No, the normal EKG can't really. It says it's normal, like in quotes, like it says normal, but then the doctor looks at it and he's like, you're almost where I could see it, but I could see it with my glasses. I'm like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually really liked the watch update.
Okay. Okay. Anything else on the watch?
From the, what's it called, the keynote, out of all of the things, like if I could only have one thing, I think it would be the watch for me. I really liked the new watch.
Okay. What do they do to the phone?
The watch's bigger screen really did it for me. Because they kept the watch the same size.
Uh-huh.
I think they actually made it a little slimmer too.
Oh, nice. That's a big thing for me because I'm always like, it sticks off to your wrist like way too
but
much.
they pushed the screen farther out onto the edges.
Nice.
So I really liked that. They put the microphone on the other side of the speaker so you don't get as much like
Crosstalk?
feedback
Yeah.
and stuff when you're on the phone on
That's
it.
good.
They upgraded the speakers. They upgraded the microphone.
Can you play music through it?
Yes.
No,
What
like
do you
you
mean?
can't. Right now,
like
you can't.
out the speaker?
Yeah.
I don't
Why you would.
I don't think they addressed that.
I just tried to. I was like, can I do this right now?
No, it connects to your AirPods.
I know. They'd really push the AirPods.
I know, because they're cool.
They are cool.
Wouldn't you if you
They-
had a product that was $130 for a pair of headphones?
I was looking at the AirPods
Yeah.
because I took apart the AirPod case, the first one I had, for Christy's ring holder. Like I bored it out
Interesting.
and like cut in the inside, and all that was left in there was a battery. So I cut out everything else, and it was legit because I was able to have that in my pocket the whole time for her ring, like the whole day. But then I was looking at it, I was like, how are they going to upgrade this? Like the ears are like as small as they could be.
Well, I think they'll just make them sound better and have more battery life.
Yeah,
And
that's all they could really do. You can't.
I mean, and the first upgrade that's going to happen for the AirPods is going to be that the case is going to be wirelessly charging.
That's true. They've been talking about that for years.
That's already on the way.
Yeah.
That will probably be at the next keynote. They'll announce that, I would guess.
There's not a lot of room in that case.
I know. It's all battery.
It's tight. I was very careful when I was boring it out. I was like, I see the battery in there. I'm like, don't hit it.
Don't hit that thing.
Don't hit it. Just with the drill press, like, oh.
That's funny. I didn't realize you did that.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
I like how Jordan's so baller that he alled out a AirPods case just for a ring carrying device.
Well, Justin, the ring box that they give you is giant.
Yeah, but you could. There's other things. You
But
could get a smaller ring box.
I already carried around the AirPod case all the time, and I didn't want Christy to find out. But that's go back to 30.
We didn't talk about
40.
this part though.
No.
But anyway,
the science behind the engagement.
yeah.
We talked about the emotions behind the engagement.
Deconstructed with Jordan Brainerd.
So that was the watch, which I really want because I still have a Gen 1 watch.
Yeah, you can't even take a shower
So
with yours.
for me to go from a Gen 1 to a Gen 4 would be like such a leap.
Yeah.
Night and day.
Oh my gosh. I would really be stoked to have one of those.
I don't have a watch.
I know. You should though. They're really good.
You have your Batman watch or your Star Wars watch.
Yeah.
It's better.
The other, half of the announcement was 3 new phones.
3? What?
3 new phones.
Why 3?
There was it's the S rotation, so it's the
But S usually is just S and S plus.
yeah. So they did that
Okay.
kind of,
Except stupider.
except dumber.
S is for stupid.
Yeah.
So they gave you the 10S,
Okay, what
which
does that
as
do?
usual, it's the same size as the 10.
It's basically just perfected.
They upgraded the screen and they upgraded the camera and they upgraded the processor
It's
and all
just
those things are
fixing all
really
the
cool.
garbage. Yeah.
Super cool things. And then they're like, and we would normally give it a plus version, but this one is so big, we're going to call it the 10S Max.
What a tool.
So this
10X, 10XS,
10,
extra small max.
the 10S Super Max.
So XS,
XS.
extra small max.
Max.
That's
Oh,
like when I wear jeans that are too small now.
Yes.
max.
Maxed
They're
out.
Maxed out.
Yep.
You maxed out those extra small jeans.
Like so this phone is a 6.5-inch phone.
Okay.
The
It is-
iPad Mini
Yeah.
is a 7-inch device.
Yeah, we all joked about that when they came out with the iPad Mini. This is their new phone.
It is the 10S Max is literally the same size as my 8 Plus, but screen goes edge to edge to edge.
Jeez.
It is the phone is the same size,
Yeah, because they had the body.
but the screen just goes the
And they knew-
whole way.
They knew people are okay
Which
with
to
that
me,
size.
I'm like,
Are you sure it's the same size? I think it's a little bigger than
Josiah, with your
it
big
might be like a hair.
Josiah, with your big hands, can you reach from when you're holding it to the speaker or to the top of your screen?
Yeah.
You just have to hold the sideways now. You have to do the sideways hold.
Yeah, I mean, I can't like leave my pinky on the bottom and reach the top, but I can still get there.
Yeah, it's the new
And
way
that's
to hold your phone.
That's why you have reachability, where you like double touch the button and everything comes down for you.
I hate reachability.
It always gets in the way. But I have the smaller phone.
Reachability never has activated when I wanted it to.
But anyway, so so there's the 10S, the 10S Max, and the 10S again is just the same size as the 10,
Okay.
which is the same size as the screen on my 8 Plus is the whole phone. And then there's the Max, which is the same size as the 8 Plus, but just all screen, which is just so cool. Like that's a lot of screen.
I couldn't tell what you were gonna say.
And then there's the 10X, or no, sorry, the 10.
X.
What did they call it? Hang
X.
on, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Because wait, are they calling it the 10 now and not the X?
They've never called it the X.
They don't call it the X. They call it the 10.
Which
I
is
thought-
stupid because it was OS X forever.
I thought they've called it the X forever. It's iPhone X.
No, it's iPhone 10.
Really?
We call it iPhone X because that sounds cool, but they call it iPhone 10.
Oh.
This is going to be the last evolution. They stuck with Mac OS X for 50 years until they killed
gosh.
it
Why
and just
can't I
called
find
it
it?
Mac OS. So this number, iPhone X, this is the last number that any phone will ever. There will be no iPhone 11 ever.
When are they getting rid of OS X?
It's dead.
They've killed that.
Like 2 keynotes ago, they
they
killed-
said we're
this
just
is
calling it
Mac OS.
Mac OS.
Oh.
So you have iOS.
Have you
Mac
updated
OS.
to Mac OS Mojave?
Not even a little bit. I'm still on High Sierra.
Oh gosh, never mind.
I'm still on Snow Leopard. The best. The
No,
best
you're not.
OS X.
That's the worst one.
I'm still using the Snow Leopards.
High Sierra is great because of the file transfer rate.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh, yeah. And they've only improved on that with Mojave.
I just hit my arm so hard.
Anyway, so the other one is called the iPhone XR.
What?
I don't really know what the R is for.
Is that for the Retina display?
No, this one does not have a Retina display. It has a liquid. What do they? Oh my gosh, the names they give these things. It's introducing liquid Retina.
Can you do the accent guy, the designer guy?
No, because it wasn't Tim. It was Craig, and he came out there and he was like,
Which one's Craig?
We have this super great marketing term for you.
We had to get
that means literally nothing.
He said we've designed this new LCD display that's whatever, and it has all these new technologies. So we had to give it a fun new name. We've called it Liquid Retina.
So they took the screen,
and then everyone,
it's the same resolution. They took the same screen out of your 8, and then they used like backlighting around the edge, so it looks like it's super cool.
No, Justin, it's OLED.
No,
nope,
it's not.
It's LCD.
On the X?
On the R.
On the XR.
On the 10R.
It looks like a 10, but because they backlit some of the edge pixels and everything, they let you go edge to edge just like an OLED, but it has the crummy resolution just like your 8.
The 8's not crummy.
And no,
so the difference is
it's only 364 DPI instead of 498
which
DPI.
is still like plenty.
It's still Retina.
Right. Yeah. Like it's far beyond the excess of like how many screens have we looked at that are 72 DPI since forever?
Yeah.
So the 10R.
So they went backwards.
It's the cheaper phone.
Okay.
You know, they wanted to release a cheaper phone.
It's not a grand.
So it is not a grand.
Gosh. People are paying for
it's
grand.
I think it's like $700 or something.
Oh yeah, just
$750 for the entry level phone. But
what's the gigabyte limit?
But they actually have kept the 7 in their lineup. The iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8 are still in their lineup. You could still buy them new.
7 there.
It's still a great phone.
You know why the 7's there?
Why?
You can buy it for $399.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the 7 is super cheap.
What about the
now.
SE? Is that still around?
No.
Okay.
They got rid of that.
So the 6 died and the 10 died. The 10 is dead. You buy a 10S.
I thought you could still buy a 10.
Nope, you buy a 10S. They killed the 10 and the 6S.
Did they just fail on the 10? Is that what we're saying?
No, they just have the 10S. They're like, just if you want a 10, if you want that form factor, like they're trying not to fragment themselves too much. I say that with the biggest air quotes in the world. But
with all the colors on
so I mean, you've already fragmented yourself to death.
Wait, Josiah, did they get rid of the colors? Can you still get rose gold and all that?
You could get those, the Max and the 10S, you could get all of them like fancy gray and gold and rose gold.
Yeah.
Those are all for the 10 Max and S.
Oh, okay.
But then the 10R, you could get that in like
blue and
white,
yellow.
Not a silver phone, a white
Talk about
phone.
Fragmenting your.
And then you could, they have orange, blue, red, yellow. Like, I'm super excited.
Which one are you gonna get?
Black.
I'm gonna get that yellow phone. I'm gonna put me some Onitsuka Tiger stripes on it and just be done. Like that's my last phone.
I really do like the way that yellow phone looked. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You're gonna bedazzle your phone.
I'm gonna it's gonna be just a clear case, just tiger stripes right there.
What else do you got?
So the 10
Tell me more.
The 10R, it's
as big as an 8 Plus.
It's a slightly smaller phone than an 8 Plus.
The 10R is an 8 Plus.
The 10R
10R
is
Plus.
Just
it's
the 10R.
as big as the 8 Plus.
The 10R is a slightly smaller phone than the 8 Plus.
It's not. It's the same size.
Oh my gosh! Look at this picture. It's a little smaller.
You're gonna snap his
Oh, hey,
screen
look!
off.
It's a little smaller.
Wait, but does it have the bezel or?
But it has the screen.
So the 10R.
The 10R.
It's
the
a
screen,
$700 version.
The screen goes all the way to the edges, just like on the 10.
And it's the side lit screen.
But it's a what's it called? Liquid Retina display.
We're super excited about
which
this.
is the most advanced LCD screen in the industry.
I feel like they still had a contract with an LCD screen maker,
No,
but they just wanted a cheaper model, and the OLED costs too much.
The OLED screen, they have to buy it from Samsung, who's their primary competitor.
I thought it was LG.
No, they
Samsung?
want LG. They've given LG a $2 billion gift to upgrade their OLED screen production.
Didn't it fail? What? No, they're screens for their
Pixel 2.
Mac. No, the Mac Pros.
Yeah.
They had like their special screens made.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
LG,
5K
and
screens.
Flopped.
They were a bunch of clackers.
Yeah.
So then
Clackers.
that was after spending $2 billion on somebody like, here, please make this work. So now they're like, we need a cheap phone. We have this vendor here that can make super nice, cheap LED screens.
Mm-hmm.
But then the OLEDs, like that's just a gift to Samsung. Why am I infusing money? Why am I giving a gift to my corporate enemy?
Yeah,
no, thank you.
They make good stuff. And Apple couldn't make an OLED screen.
And then, you know what they took out of the 10R is they took deep press.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard a rumor that they were going to do that.
It's gone.
They got rid of that.
It just
Why?
vibrates at you because they're trying to make it cheaper. So they stripped out the expensive screen and the expensive display technology
and
to
gave
make
you
deep
one
press
camera
work.
on the back instead of two.
What are they doing?
No,
It's the affordable phone.
But
the
it's
affordable
big.
$700 phone.
but
yeah.
it's as big as a Plus phone.
It's the girl
for
phone.
$700.
Is it the girl phone?
It has colors, please. Yes, it's the girl phone.
Okay. It's the giant, because they like the big ones. It's the giant phone with not a lot of features.
But you see, the other really good piece of it, let me tell you, is the stinking battery life on it.
What is it? It's
Because
the girl phone.
on the 10S, the battery, the physical battery.
I am trying to talk about the battery life on it.
Oh, I'm pretty excited, but I'm juiced about the
and
battery
the girls don't charge their phone.
So- let me tell you about this battery.
So my 8 Plus
uh-huh.
lasts
on
me
the new
just-
10S.
just forever. Forever.
Yeah.
I could literally go all day playing a video game on my phone, and I would still get home and have like 50% battery. Like it just lasts so long. The 10R lasts an hour and a half longer than that. I'm just like, how are they still shoving more batteries into this thing?
The physical battery on the 10S is smaller than on the 10, but because their processor is
because
now
the
so much more
A12
efficient,
Bionic chip is just amazing.
so efficient,
It just sips
it lasts
power.
an hour and a half longer.
Are you just
with a
waiting for me to
smaller
talk
battery.
before you talk? Because I thought you were done like 3 times, so I started talking again, and then you kept going. It's really driving me nuts today.
I don't know what's wrong with Justin. He's just rocking back like an insane person.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it.
Is that all of Apple's update?
That was pretty much the whole thing.
I know everyone's seen it by now, but I hadn't because I was waiting for you guys.
You just sat on it for a month.
I
You're
did. I was like, nope.
Okay.
I'm going to be interested.
I'm gonna have to sit through this.
I'm going to have them audibly tell me over the microphone.
Oh, I was waiting. I was like, release a Mac Mini, and they didn't. So it was mostly a disappointing announcement because
Justin, they should never release another Mac Mini because the current Mac Minis suck. They always crash. Their video cards are terrible. They can only handle like 1.5 screens.
they can only handle one screen.
Yeah, I know. It's so bad.
It's not for multiple screens. It's a Mac Mini. It's meant.
I don't care.
It's meant to just pull up one screen, plug it in, and go.
It's so bad.
That's what it's supposed to do.
No, it's
not
supposed to be. It's supposed to sit in their server room and be their Apple server. That's what they want.
That's true. You got to have a Mac Mini just running an Apple server somewhere. If you want to have a multi,
If you want to run Macs on your domain, you have to have an Apple server.
yeah, because they won't join the domain.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Super dumb.
That's really what their market is. for Mac
Everybody
Minis.
should just buy PCs instead.
Yeah.
As Jordan reaches up and touches his iMac or his Mac Pro or
Well,
whatever
that's
the
because
crap that is.
I am a PC fan.
Me
But
too.
then my work got me a Mac, and I kept doing the control, the shift, doing everything backwards, going back and forth between home and work. And I was like, all right, whatever. I need a new computer, just MacBook Pro. And
I just wish they weren't so dang expensive.
but they're solid. This one's like 7 years old now.
Oh yeah, they're built just to the teeth, and
They're
I
built
love that about
like
them.
a tank, and it's great. Speaking of work,
So in the event, they actually talked about the recycle time of these devices. They're meant to last up to 5 years. You could keep your phone even longer now, which is sales on the year-to-year phones keep falling.
Yep.
Because people are just like, yeah, the one I have is fine. So they're actually turning it into a marketing point.
Yeah.
And B, their update recycle on the desktop level hardware is like 5 years now. Like the MacBook Pro had to wait 5 years, and the MacBook, the whatever Pro device on any level, it's a 5-year recycle time. So now they're basically telegraphing, saying like, this is now a benefit, guys. We're not going to touch this stuff for half a decade. So keep on waiting.
They kept updating it and jacking it for us. Hey, we broke it for you. And we're like, thanks.
Yeah, here's a bullet that's completely unupgradable, and everybody's going to hate it in a little while. So here you go.
But speaking of work, you guys made me think of this. What do you guys think of BCC? Blind carbon copy? So there's in your mail.
Well, yeah, we all know what that is.
Justin doesn't.
Justin, please speak audibly into your microphone.
Why are you sitting so far back?
I know what BCCing is.
Okay.
Next time you lean back, I'm going to kick your leg out from under your chair.
So, in your email, for those of you who don't know what this is, because you guys are
children,
normal people, so there's the to field in your email box.
What do you mean when you say to?
There's the send.
The second field.
No. There's the
like the first field and then the to field.
That's funny.
Also,
well, that is because the first field's your name. Who's it sending from? And then there's the to, which is who is it sending to?
Okay.
Who's receiving your mail? And then there's the carbon copy or CC field. And then you can go in and enable BCC, which is blind carbon.
Or on a lot of mail platforms, it's already enabled and it's just right there as another option.
Exactly. So, what do you guys think of BCC?
It has its place.
Where?
Never.
Where? Just
no, it has its place.
Where?
When?
Where?
That's so rude.
No,
You're the worst person if you BCC people.
Let's just say,
it has its place.
Where?
So
justify it for me.
You're wrong.
Oh my gosh. I'll give you an example of a time that I have appropriately used BCC.
Okay.
So I was emailing back and forth with a client at work, and we had this long email chain, and it was all done. It was all wrapped up, and I BCC'd my subordinates, so they were just in the loop on where everything was at. I didn't need them to be CC'd, so they didn't accidentally reply to it or get more reply. I just
why couldn't you just?
You guys just need all of this information. Here you go.
Why couldn't you just? Well, they can still reply on a BCC. So that point isn't valid. So, but why couldn't you just forward?
That's one other step. Why would I reply to an email and then forward? That's 2 steps instead of just BCCing them and then it being done.
Okay, so I'll give you that one. That is a case use that you could use it.
Yeah,
it's use case. You moron.
I'll fix it in post. I'll turn it all around. But there is so much.
I didn't hear anything you said except for that wrong word.
Okay, Justin, you talk about BCCing now.
No, I was just listening. Or not.
No, it's okay. You keep wanting to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's why BCCing totally sucks.
Yep.
Is it's only used to tattletale. Like even in Josiah's example, it was only used to rat-fink on a client that was super.
I'm not tattling on someone. It's just a quick update instead of me doing the same thing that Jordan said and replying all to that email and then forwarding it to whoever. You just BCC them so they just see what's going on, but they don't need to be involved in the conversation. Just here's where it's at. It's all done. Here you go. Have a copy. It's just like a forward that automatically happens, so you don't have to forward it on top of sending it.
I wish BCCing did not exist because it's only a conduit for people to point fingers and say look over here. It's just used to lambast people. I think I have a spider on my leg. Hang on.
No, you're just having effects from your leg being swollen.
It's like they smell the spider bite.
Well, they smell their eggs that they laid.
Yeah, they like, because one of them is kind of like a bubble.
Well, you see, Justin, it sounds like you work in a pretty toxic work environment if BCCing is like, that has that much of a negative connotation to you.
No. It doesn't take a toxic work environment.
It just takes people that want to
It just takes normal humans that are doing work wrong, like doing email wrong. You should not.
Yeah, it's
be
not
able
meant to be like snaky and like.
No, it's not. I know that wasn't whoever invented it. Probably their intention.
Might have been.
Yeah, they were probably that guy.
And even then, you could still just forward that same email off to your boss and say, like, look.
No, but you don't know who. Like when an email gets sent with a BCC to your boss, you don't know when that happened.
What do you mean?
Like when someone goes, "Hey, this isn't working," right?
Oh yeah. When you get the email, oh dear heavens,
This isn't working.
Yeah.
And then they BCC'd your boss.
yeah, and just
you
to blast
don't know.
you,
And then when you say, "I fixed that 20 minutes ago. It's working fine," but a very nice way
but they
to say
already
it.
blasted you.
But they already blasted the boss, and you have no idea.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, after your boss has been thinking about what you didn't fix for,
Hey, did you get that fixed?
Hey, did you get that fixed? And in an email,
What?
and I'm like, how did you know? What? I'm like, oh my goodness, they just blasted my boss for no reason, and I'm like, oh. So I think.
Well, you see, that's why you CC the boss.
No, you don't know. You can't CC the boss on every, and you can't reply and just say, "Oh yeah, I CC."
No.
boss.
That's why the person who that would be a great example of a place to CC, not BCC.
No, I know. That's why I'm.
That's the point.
That's the point of
It's
this whole.
the person.
So you reply all and include the boss saying yes, it was
But
done.
the
20
other
minutes ago.
person
But how
doesn't
do
do
you-
that. You can't control the other person from BCCing.
And how do you know when the boss
Really,
got?
I think the solution to your issue with BCC, because
That's not my only issue.
there is problems with it.
Uh-huh.
It's not a perfect system, but it does have there is case uses for it.
Zero.
Case uses.
And there is times to use it,
Uh-huh.
but I think a lot of fix could happen is if you are BCC'd in something, there needs to be like a giant red box at the top that says like this: you were BCC'd in this. Nobody knows you're here. You know.
Why would that red box need to appear when people are trying to create in a workplace? They always talk about unity. And Justin, give me another word. Another buzzword for corporate.
Vision.
Vision.
And forward and future.
And team. And together. And this is a
Progress.
A group effort from our project department. And it's like... leadership and communication and what's the other one? I can't remember. It's the where you can see through something.
Vision.
No.
Transparency.
Transparency. There. It's always like, oh, we want to be transparent in what we do and
No, you don't.
our communication, and then you get this like little like reply from your boss a week later. Hey, is this done? Like, and then you're just, that was done so long ago.
Who told you that wasn't done?
No, and they're replying.
Why did Kevin BCC you on that?
They reply all.
Yeah.
They reply all.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
just reply all because they didn't realize they were BCC'd in it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, no, there should be no BCCing allowed. And there's
the reply all just tears the mask off of everybody.
yeah, and there's use cases for we're sending a group message. I'm like, no, use MailChimp first of all, so you don't get blocked. Because if you're sending like mass email, it shouldn't be with one sender. It should be with a group sender, so you don't get blocked on accident. And then secondly, if I'm sending a bill to myself or like a contract saying they send me their contract and I go, thanks, and then I document it going, here, like send it to billing with a BCC or something. But even that,
There's still ways around it. I agree.
I'd rather there be, everyone's like, but I don't want group replies. I'm like, that is worth it to me for actual transparency.
Well, people just need to not be like jerks with it. That's what it comes down to.
But you can't control everyone.
Yeah, but people can still just like forward that to your, like after they send that email to you, like, hey, Jordan, is this done? They can just forward that to your boss and be like,
that's fine. That's a forward though.
So?
It's not.
It's the same thing. They're still like tattling on you.
They know, but they know it's like.
It says forward in the email.
It's a forward.
Well, that's what I was just saying, that it would be a lot better if at the top it said, you're BCC'd in this. So then your boss doesn't reply all and say, hey, is this done?
I just don't want
it to be... They can reply to the person that sent it to them and said, hey, I see you have BCC'd me in this. Did he take care? What? I'm sure he didn't reply to me because he didn't know I was here.
Yeah, but I'd rather the person have to go through another step to tattle on me, like having to forward, like you were complaining about. I don't want to do another step. I'd rather them have to go and work to do that.
Well, I don't want to remove a feature that is occasionally helpful.
This isn't a feature, though. That's what I'm saying.
It's a feature, and it has its case uses, and it's occasionally helpful. And we don't need to remove it to, like, we don't need to take away helpful things because people are using them wrong.
Sometimes you do.
Gun control.
That's totally different.
Nope, it's this. BCCing is gun control.
That's like, no, gun control, you're taking away email.
No, you're taking away high-capacity magazines. Something helpful.
You're taking away the worst part of email.
You're taking away nukes from gun control.
And I don't want to take away nukes.
Oh, they already did.
No, BCCing is like taking away, like poisoning yourself.
Poisoning yourself.
No. It's
like,
helpful.
We're going to ban
occasionally.
drinking paint. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
It's helpful occasionally.
Yeah, it's banning Tide Pods from youth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You are not
Teach
allowed
people
to not
how to
for
use
consumption.
it.
No.
Don't take it away. Teach people how to use it.
Teach people how to use Tide Pods correctly.
Yeah, people know how to use it.
Drink them with milk.
Yes.
So less irritating.
So
what
when
okay, just that. What do you do for those people then?
Here's what I would do.
Fire them.
If I were you. If I got a reply from my boss that said, "Hey Josiah, was this done?" From that BCC,
yeah,
I would reply to that and say, "Oh, hello, boss. I did not realize you were BCC'd in this. Yes, I replied to this email about 20 minutes after it was sent and said, yes, this was done an hour ago."
But what if you don't get a reply?
There's nothing you can do.
I want to stop that.
Well, again, they could be forwarding that to their boss and you'll just never know.
That's fine.
There's nothing you could do about that situation.
I'd rather them go out of their way and forward it than just have a casual tab BCC blast.
Tab.
You reply and you reply all and you call them out on it. You're like, "Hey, generic person that I work with, John. We'll call him Johnny. Hey, Johnny, is there a reason you BCC'd my boss in this instead of just asking me?"
But
that's when you just storm into his office, the guy that BCC'd everybody. You kick his door in.
Johnny.
You say, "Look, Cody, Johnny, stop it." And then you just right there, just like blam. Hey.
But they think they're communicating.
No.
Because they think...
No, they're not. No, they do not.
They think their boss needs an update on this.
No, they don't.
Because if they thought that, they would CC. And maybe they just need a lesson in the difference, because then you can explain to them, hey, then when my boss comes, like replies all, or when I reply all and say, yes, this is done, then my boss gets that update too, instead of just you asking me where it's at and then him not knowing.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to call those people out on it and be like, hey, is there a reason you
BCC to not be alive?
That's not going to happen. So quit crying about it.
I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying it should be a write-up-able offense. So that's my concern with BCC in the workplace.
I understand that concern.
I will tell you the one time
that is ever how it gets used.
The one time I want it to be used.
Uh-huh.
Is I'll back Josiah up one time. Is there's an email that goes out.
So what you're saying is there is a case use for this.
The best possible case use for this.
Oh my gosh.
Is that's the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Is that whenever we get an email from the coordinator for all the homestay students at the school. They CC every single.
Well, you see, Jordan actually already talked about this. So if you were listening,
but the list of names is like when you open it up on your phone and it has all the people that are in the CC area first before you get to the meat of the email. So I'm scrolling through about 4 screens.
Why do you have that not hidden?
Of names before I actually hit the body of the email,
and then everybody gets to CC you.
Oh,
when they reply all.
I already addressed this issue.
And then every time it goes, that's the one time.
But it is a helpful thing to just be able to BCC a bunch of people, send them an email, and then nobody knows who was in it.
I did,
and then you could reply to the person that matters. Oh,
I know you already addressed it, but not everybody has MailChimp readily available.
Should it? If it's
on my MailChimp account,
if it's used in a bad way, in a naughty way.
What are you going to core out that's super expensive on your wedding day that's going to hold the rings? Like, what's the ring bearer? Are you going to core out a new Mac Pro for them to carry the rings in?
we have glass terrariums with our names written on them in like calligraphy.
But is that expensive enough? Should you have like gold leaf on that or something?
It's rose gold on the terrarium. They're super cheap on Etsy.
I'm sure. That's a good place to buy things.
Mm-hmm. It's the wedding herpes
capital of the world.
Yep,
the wedding herpes.
It really is because it's like manifests itself and has a little tentacle. We should stop talking about this. I'm gonna get in trouble. No, so that's my deal with BCC. It's not terrible.
I feel like this is a rough transition.
I just think I'll make it work.
I'll make it work.
But I think
I'll hack this thing.
I feel like if you're doing it deceptively, you should be written
up. You should be fired.
You should be written up and then fired.
Oh yeah, that's why I was saying you should approach that person. Reply all to that email with that. Be like, hey, why did you BCC my boss?
Yeah.
You know, like what?
Just like immediate reply.
Why didn't you just CC him? Yeah, so when I replied to you, he got that reply as well. Just so you know, that is how BCC works. Please don't do that again.
But this situation is all hypothetical.
Button,
obviously.
So when it happens, I'll make sure to do that.
If anybody uses a BCC in the business, it should instantly CC a do not reply.
Yeah.
And then they reply with "you're fired." That's the autoresponder. Is don't ever BCC people, you rude
Do
person.
not enable this feature on Outlook or
communication for life.
Yep.
Cut it out.
Clean communication.
Cut it out.
Yep.
You're fired.
Trump style.
Also, Infinity War was a good movie.
Yeah. Thanos was done really well.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
We
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it soon enough, and then we didn't record, and
Josiah wasted it.
We never talked about it,
but it was good. Much better than.
I'll tell you the truth about it, though. I didn't think he was going to be successful and actually get to do the snap.
I thought he was going to do it in the next episode.
Yeah, I thought for sure they were going to save it, but they didn't.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, he snapped.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Oops.
Bye. Just for Jeremy. You're welcome, Jeremy. That's for you. That was for your email.